Hello everyone and welcome to this session on understanding assessment design through collegial and evidence-based conversations. My name is Dr. Joseph Njiru. I'm a sessional academic at the School of Education, Curtin University in Western Australia. We begin by looking at the goal of assessment, which is to ensure that educators can accurately determine whether students, peers, or even colleagues have achieved the requisite knowledge and skills or the intended learning outcome. Assessment is broadly part of constructive alignment, which was proposed by Biggs in 2003, in which there is coherence between assessment, teaching strategies, and the intended learning outcomes. So the unit we're going to use today is in the School of Education undergraduate program. The unit is called Early Childhood Development for Educators. It is within level 7 of the Australian qualification framework, where graduates at this level are expected to have broad and coherent knowledge and skills for professional work and further learning. So the use of reflective learning journals can be linked to the structure for learning outcome, or the solo taxonomy, which was proposed by Biggs and Collis in 1982. Briefly, what this taxonomy shows is that students move from incompetence into a new generalized way of looking at use of knowledge in extended abstract. So in the first stage of the solo taxonomy, using the learning journals as a tool for assessment, students may fail, they're incompetent, and they are at pre-structural stage. But then when they start identifying, for example, theories of early childhood development, then they are at an unstructural stage. Then they start combining theories and they can be able to describe them. At this point, they are at multistructural stage. Then they move to the fourth stage where they integrate the theories together. They can be able to analyze, to apply, they can be able to argue or even to compare. And this is the relational stage. But then after that, they move to think of how those theories can be used in a real world scenario, such as the classroom when they go to teach, in their placement, or when they graduate and go into the field of work. And this is the extended abstract stage. So we can see that solo taxonomy can help to map levels of understanding, and teachers, lecturers can use the solo taxonomy and using the learning journals to actually understand and give feedback to where students are. And the use of solo taxonomy can actually be used to generate assessment criteria and even rubrics. The unit outcome outline that I have earlier mentioned, which is early childhood development, has various unit outcomes. One of them is, for example, be able to explain the interaction between the child, the caregiver, the home, and the educational environment, and how it can affect the development of the whole child. We can link that using the reflective journals because students can be able to demonstrate what is in the 16 assessment principles suggested by the Center for Study in Higher Education, and which has been approved by the Tertiary Education Quality and Standards Agency, or TESCA, where students actually can be able to receive explanatory and diagnostic feedback as well as grades. And the use of learning journals can also extend to all the other 16 assessment principles. And this can be mapped to the Curtin graduate attributes, where students are able to learn the theory, apply the discipline knowledge, demonstrate thinking skills such as analytical skills and problem solving, and also they are able to become confident to investigate new ideas when they actually think about how the theories I've learned in the classroom can be applied in a real world teaching in a classroom. So the use of learning journals can be considered authentic assessment because it aims to integrate what happens in the classroom with an employment, replicating the tasks and performance and standards typically faced by professionals in the real world, as suggested by Wiggins in 1990 or Viralo and others in 2017. So the use of learning journals can be considered authentic assessment because it provides what Raymond in 2013 and others say provide commitment and motivation for learning. It provides, according to Bleslin, self-regulation capacity, and according to Vanaki and Memelin in 2009, metacognition and self-regulation. So the use of learning journals represent self-directed methods to facilitate reflection, and as Lockyer and colleagues in 2004 said, the use of learning journals is a narrative, a personal disquisition in which students can record and relay their thoughts, feelings, and attributes and comments. And they can be able to reflect on the content as well as how they can be able to relate it to the learning that they have received in class. So I conclude by suggesting that the use of learning journals in assessment can promote maximum students' engagement through learning, preparing learners to become teachers who can reflect and apply knowledge gained in the lectures or tutorials to real-world scenarios of classroom environment when they become teachers. So to conclude, I would like to pose a question to you. In our special interest group, we have colleagues from various disciplines and specializations in humanities, social sciences, pure sciences, and other branches of knowledge. In which way would assessment using reflective journals fit into your discipline while taking into account the principles of assessment, the intended learning outcomes, and the Australian qualifications framework? Thanks very much. Have a very good day.